everyone. Today we are at Hub 71 recording interview with Alexey from School for Children for Space Robotech. And we have very interesting questions about your journey in UAE and participating together with your team here and building new venture. Alexey, can you tell a little bit more for our viewers and readers? What are you doing here? What is your background?
Yes, hello everyone. We're not just a school, we're the university, starting from childhood. We're calling it the Intelligent University. It's our startup. We've been doing this for 3 years. And once we decided to educate our children, our own children and all the children in the world, at best, and provide them the best education that can be done today, because the educational systems in all countries are lagging behind technologies and maybe looks old-fashioned for children, because children live in their phones, they play games, they watch videos, and that's why all the children in the world are almost the same, because they grow up in internet. Yeah, so that's why we faced the challenge of engagement, of losing of engagement. So children don't like to read today, so they don't have such level of development that they should have in 21st century, because technologies, it's good, but they are replacing the classical ways of education. So this is the problem we're facing, and everybody don't know what to do. So children, parents, teachers, and governments. So this is the challenge we're facing, and we're solving it.
Okay, then I have a question. Why are you started to do that venture? Why you started your startup even? Is it was it based first in Russia, or you started exactly here?
We've started this because we have our own children, and we as a parents see what's happening. So that's why when the pandemic happened, yes, and we faced all of us faced the challenge of distant learning, online education, and how it's working. Of course, we have Zoom and whatever, but children don't like it. When old-fashioned teachers try to teach them on using this technology. So we started to think what kind of ways can we find, can we use for children to be effective and engaging at the same time. So we've started our university from scratch as an international university. So that's why we've been developing our programs in 5 languages. Of course, Russian and English. Then we tried German, French, and Spanish. It works.
So then, why you decided to apply many languages from scratch?
Because when you are developing the product, it's better to put it in the environment, in the right environment from start. Because if we do for exact one audience, then we have all the chances to fail for other audiences, and that's why it's like a constant CAS-dev in different areas.
Oh, understood.
Yeah.
Then with that background that you have, as I understand, you have a technical background, right?
Yes, I have. I am a mathematician and cybersecurity background, so I have this kind of education and gold medal in cybersecurity.
Wow.
Yes, and that's why every member of our team has something to do with had something to do with education and IT and science. So every member, and that's why we combined all these skills and dreams of education, and we decided to create the best university. So this is what we do.
So why did you find your team? How that happened?
Oh, it's a long story. All members of our team were connected, were either connected at previous jobs and maybe previous startups, not fully connected, but from pairs, and maybe so somebody knew somebody. So we are all connected like using handshakes. Yes. So and that's why we joined, and then miracles start happening.
Okay.
So what is this miracles? It's meetings. At the right time, at the right place, with somebody who were doing the same, but you see in parallel ways. For example, we met our partner. His name is Yaroslav Alini. He's the founder and CEO of Omega Future. It's a Russian system integrator and developer of digital solutions. And they have many products, which is good for education, but it needs to be connected with children. And this is what we do. So Yaroslav and I have dreamed about MENA market for a long time, and we did something, but in parallel. So in this year, maybe in February, we joined our venture and created this company. It's called Senaha Rus, together with our UAE partners here in Abu Dhabi.
Okay. Was it complicated to bring your team here even?
No, we have. You see, we started in a pandemic, so that's why we can work online. So we don't need to bring all the team here. We have a strong office in Russia and many different countries.
How many people working with you right now?
You see, we have about 10 people in our team, 10 members, and all of them are superheroes. Of course, Omega has a team of, I guess, 700 people, but we don't need all of them. So this is like a background. But in our intelligent university, there are not more than 10 people, but all superheroes.
Awesome. So then I have a question. You have still here some teachers who came to the event during children education. So I'll tell you some details. Together, Alexey with his co-founders started a 2 weeks program in Abu Dhabi school for children to teach them how to develop, right?
Yes, it's a quick start in space robotics.
Okay, so it's a like space robotics. Can you imagine that? So here in Abu Dhabi, when only one space astronaut.
3 of them.
Oh, 3 already.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a very, very young country on the journey of space, and now they learning together with the children how to develop. So from very, very small age, they will know that space now is their space, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I have a question. Why Abu Dhabi? Why not Dubai? Why not Saudi Arabia? It's a very rich on talents region. So why your choice was in MENA, exactly on Abu Dhabi?
Yes, we tried to reach all MENA countries, and to be honest, every country is interested. But we can't wait, so we go to these countries and those countries that has not just attraction, but it has interest. You see, like strive or even thrive. So this is what we saw in Abu Dhabi, and we don't divide Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Of course, Abu Dhabi is capital and it's developing, and you see the airport, the new airport, and new areas. So of course it will develop, and it's good. But you see, technology is imported here, so they use it like consumers. Maybe high qualified consumers, as we say, but just consumers. And they want to be engineers, to be able to invent this and to create. So that's why we presented our partner Yaroslav, presented our approach, our joint technologies here, and also in Saudi Arabia and in Bahrain and Oman and Qatar. And Abu Dhabi showed the biggest interest, and they will be the first. But of course, we'll develop in all MENA region, and not only MENA. We have customers from even New Zealand.
Wow.
B2C customers, and not just Russian speaking.
Okay.
And from Brazil as well.
Wow. So that means that technology can be exported as well.
It's not just you see, you
So, okay, we export education, but as a service,
Yeah.
not just as people.
Yeah.
So we developed a technology and our edutainment platform, which allows you to implement it where you don't have high qualified teachers with a strong background in engineering. So this is what we spent 3 years for.
Okay.
So that's why you ask about did we bring our teachers here?
Yeah.
We brought I think 2 or 3 people just to support the teachers, but the main focus was testing and piloting this technology here, where teachers are maybe less qualified in computer science, maybe basics of computer science,
Yeah.
than children, because they are less familiar with all the technologies, and children was born and grown up in their phones. So this is what we've tested, and this is working.
Okay. So you're actually educating also not only children but also teachers
Of course.
to use your technology and educate children further.
Not further, but you see, in reality, it goes at the same time. So teachers study as well as their students.
Oh.
And you see, as if we have charged grown-up
Yeah.
teacher, it can quickly understand what we are doing, and it can, he or her, and they can help children, assist them.
Yeah.
Yes,
To finish
but
education.
of course, but they are studying as well as children.
Okay. So we may say that your technology of education is fitable both as with the children as with adults. So,
Of course.
for example, like any of my friends, being adult people, can learn how to program space technologies, right?
Yes, not just to program, but how to create them, of course. And we believe that actually there are no adults. So all of us are children.
Sure.
And you see, if you don't know something, you need to learn from scratch. That's why we don't divide our students by grades. We divide it by the level of knowledge and skill, and maybe the ability, potential they can reach.
Yeah.
So that's why we have belts like in karate, from white, yellow, and all the way to black.
Yeah. So what we may say, Abu Dhabi currently is the big hub that
course.
Aggregated best space technologies now, together with the children. On the event that you had yesterday, there was a cosmonaut and there was Russian cosmonauts as well. I mean, like a local UAEs and Russian local cosmonauts, as well as from space, as well from Earth. How was that difficult to bring all of them together, and how you proved yourself that they believed you and came to the school?
Yes, you see, space is the most international thing we could imagine. Actually, the Earth, our planet, is the best spaceship ever. We have beaches, we have mountains and deserts and whatever, and even cocktails. So imagine this on a spaceship. So how much will it cost to create such kind of spaceship? And we are already at the same spaceship, and that's why we choose this profile for robotics. We could make just robotics for children, but we prefer to make it space, like a space flavor. But as for almost 2 years, maybe more, we're working with the Center of Cosmonauts Training, named after Yuri Gagarin. All the cosmonauts, Russian instructors, engineers, space engineers, the mayor and the government of the Star City in Russia. So this is where we were born, and of course, it's interesting that we call them cosmonauts in Russia, because space is cosmos.
Yeah.
And here and maybe all over the world, they call them astronauts.
Astronauts.
Like Astra, the star.
Yeah.
So, but this is just a naming. So that's why we have straight connections with one of our mentors of our university. Is Viktorin, is national hero of Russia. He's like a father for all the cosmonauts and even astronauts that flew into space from 1975 to 2021.
Wow.
So he's most respectable and most experienced person in the world in space training. So of course, everybody knows him, and he's like a father to us.
How big is the chance that some of the students from your school will build a future rocket?
You see, we imagine a mountain, big mountain with stairs. So some of our children will combine their skills and their dreams in joining, in going to the space and to the peak of this mountain, but to this top of the mountain. But somebody will stay at maybe in the middle, but all of them will gain good experience and great education. They develop their engineering, creative thinking, design thinking, and skills, good skills in mathematics, physics, and the basics of technology. But you don't need everyone to go into space or to become space engineers, because space requires all of the professions.
Yeah.
From you see doctors, engineers, and journalists, bloggers, and whatever we can imagine, because this is the exploration of what we have on Earth into space. Of course, we need all the specialists. Like you see, the architecture should transform.
Yeah.
It should become space architecture, and we have these examples. You see, the new money of the UAE, the new banknote of 1,000 or dirhams has two symbols. It has astronaut here, and we see it as a Martian camp, but actually it's a nuclear plant.
Okay.
But we see it as a Martian camp.
Yeah.
So this is the vision which they put on money.
So everybody who take that money
Yes.
will have that idea in mind.
Yes, maybe some in depth of their mind, but it's the best. You see, it's the best vision spreading, vision promotion we've seen before. I think you could put this picture of this banknote from, and we can compare. 2015, there were some historical buildings,
Yeah.
and 2022, astronauts and space camps.
So we may say that UAE and the region itself is more about future now.
Yes, they look into the future, and they try to create it, try to turn it into reality. So if you look behind, you may look either behind yourself or in front of you.
Yeah.
So they actually look in front of us.
Absolutely. We even can see on the beautiful museums that building there in an island nearby. So it's absolutely true. So I have one last question. What do you think about Abu Dhabi itself? What do you think about the ecosystem here for growing children? Because many parents, they moving here, they giving a birth here, so there is a lot of like new locals, small children here. So how do you see the perspective with the new knowledge, with the new education that you're also providing? Is it a good space to raise your children?
You see, Abu Dhabi and the UAE is developing with significant speed. Yes, we can see it, but there is a huge lack of opportunities in education for newcoming people from all over the world. It's one of the most international cities and countries, and you can see it. Every nationals are here, and all of them need to educate their children.
Yes.
But they choose between public schools or private schools. Private schools are quite expensive, and one of the problems is that the school day ends up at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. So what do parents, what should parents do about it? So how children can be developed after this time?
To school.
Yes, after school. So I'm talking about additional education or extracurricular activities. So this is what we do at first, and we have technology and ready-made products for this. So we will create both B2G and B2C products here, and we face we're parents ourselves, so we face the same challenge: where to put our children after the school day. And this is the major problem here. If it will be solved, and when it will be solved, and we'll solve it, it will be great opportunities to raise kids here. But we see that the summer is very hot,
Yeah.
and that's why we've created some programs. You'll see it, I think, in the next seasons for like education travel from here to Russia. We have strong traditions of children summer camps. You know it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a lot of seas, mountains, lakes, and all over our continent.
Yeah, true.
So that's why Abu Dhabi children, and not only Abu Dhabi, but Dubai as well, and Sharjah and Fujairah, they want to go to Russia. They want to see all this beautiful nature. You said about museums. Yes, they have museums here, but we can enrich it with our culture. So this is where we can be friends in the next generations.
So
Yes.
I personally highly recommend to visit Russia in case of mountains, trees, and forests. It's an amazing space.
And a lot of water.
A lot of water, not salty water. So what I want to say is that we're really happy to see how environment is changing, and thanks so much for your team for coming here and changing that for our children, changing that for our future. And I think that if you're watching that video now, you should think like what's gonna happen with your children after school, right? Maybe you should ask them. There is some chance that they would like to learn space technology. They would like to learn programming, and in that case, Intelligent University will be the best solution for you. And just remember, it started in Abu Dhabi, and it will be online or offline for Dubai's.
Yes, it will be both online and offline. And what else should we add? That we're creating, and we've already created actually, our international Olympiad in design and in invention.
Okay.
It is called IE Omega Power of Knowledge.
Wow.
So this is the way to engage all the children, not only into space robotics, but to stream, not just STEM and not just STEAM, but stream, because it stands for science, technology, reading, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
this is our approach, and we have already made programs. It is called space robotics, but actually children are studying the basics of electricity, the physics of electricity, how to create circuits, how to design it, how to program robots, how to create and assemble real robots, how to go from idea to simulation, and then to assembling something real in the world. So this is a very deep program, and we have a variety of programs. We have a variety of technologies. We call it the palette of science. So why space robotics? Because this is the palette of science. More than 30 disciplines here.
Wow.
So this is where our journey begins. We have more than 30,000 of participants in our Olympiad in this season, and it will happen every semester and summer camps. So this is what we do.
So this is where you invited local team, right?
Not just local teams, but everyone. But local teams pass qualifying stage, and the winners will go to Russia to the final. And it will be in December. Everybody wants to see snow, and Russian museums will invite this Abu Dhabi children to St. Petersburg, to the Star City, to see to train together with cosmonauts, to go to museums, to see all this beautiful nature in winter. And the next season, they asked us for providing the next final in spring, in April. Actually, on the April 12th. In International Day of Aviation and Cosmonautics in Abu Dhabi.
Awesome.
Yes, but we need to prepare, and they need to prepare together with us, their teams.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
but I think you will deal with that.
We'll try to do it, yes, thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you. Have
Thank
a nice
you.
day. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Read our articles with more deeper details about Intelligent University and about conditions, how to be part of that journey and start learning space technologies. Thank you so much.